leave it and wood chip the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, but that's going to be a lot of weeding to keep up with. I like your first idea of get it to a point where we can mow.
Right, which then means that some of these trees, you trim them.
Yes.
See, and then, you know, pick one, but the one of them's going to go because they're too close together.
Yeah.
And then you pick a few, but like that one, leave it, just trim it so we can get the lawnmower around it. Same with this
Yeah.
one. And then some of the little itty bitty ones, lose them, thin it out a little bit. But I'm finding out that we got to have some trees out here because we need the windbreak.
Yeah, and this is such a nice little area down here. Another project, which I for sure will not get done today, is just north of the silos here. We call this our little orchard, which I absolutely love. And it's just these beautiful little trees, and I can just see some twinkly lights in them, and just a really neat little area. It's almost kind of like a bowl down here. It's you know, it's just carved out a little bit lower than everything else, and get a little bit of some shade and some block from the wind. So anyway, some of these are going to have to go, and some of them we're just going to bring up the branch line so that we can, you know, be able to get a mower in here. We don't want to wood chip this area because then I have to keep up with weeds, which will be a huge job. So we're going to thin this group out so we can get our mower through here. And we did start mowing this, we call it our clearing, just north of the silos here. So we're going to keep thinning this out too. This is going to be a great spot for some additional parking if and when we need that. Or if, you know, hosting different events, car shows, or, you know, maybe some of these farmer markets. Great place for, again, you know, parking or vendor setup. So that is what we're going to do today. One of the cool parts of this property is that railroad track used to run through it, and a lot of it's been removed, but we still have some left, and we're trying to preserve what we can. So we're making a walking path out of this. However, sometimes it gets in our way and we can't really mow around it. It's worked up from the ground and becomes a tripping hazard and such. So today we're dealing with that. Try to stay away from the sparks. So Steve is torching that, and we're going to get some of this rail removed from this area today. Normally you cannot recycle or scrap out for money anything that belongs to the railroad. However, since this is now private property, we did talk with a scrap yard, and they said as long as we can provide them a paper trail, such as proof of ownership and IDs and such, that they will scrap it out for us. So a little bit more money that we can then use towards other things on the property.